Hi, my name is Ashley Share with ShareLove.Fund, and we are exploring the Yoga Sutras. We are in Book 2, Sutra number 18, 2.18. Translated into English, the sutra is as follows. The scene is of the nature, illumination, activity, and inertia, and consists of the elements and sense organs, whose purpose is to provide both experiences and liberations. Here we talk about how to become a knower because there is known. You become a seer because there's something to see. Here, Patanjali tries to analyze what is seen is that it gives us experience. He says it's a combination of different elements and organs. Why are those outside things which we see, why are they there? Why does nature exist? Nature is here to give you experience and ultimately to liberate you from bondage. That's the opinion of contemporary yoga gurus. Even people who do not want it to be liberated, it educates them so that gradually one day they will come to feel, I'm tired of this whole thing. I don't want it anymore. I've had enough. When we feel this way, usually it's a response to sort of getting beat up a little bit from the world. The purpose of nature is to give us those knocks. Nature is the combination of elements and organs. The organs include the intellect, mind, senses, and the body. Normally, we think of nature as being something other than our own bodies. And this is something that we talked about before, how in yoga they talk about nature as material, and even our own bodies as material. But we feel we are the true self even when our body becomes part of nature. Again, our body is merely a composition of the elements. If we don't eat, there will be no body. A baby comes out as 6 or 7 pounds of flesh, and even that weight is built up in the womb by the mother's food. The food materials which create the body are just part of nature. Even the mind and senses and intellect are part of nature, although a very subtle part. They are matter, and that's why they change. Anything that is matter or nature changes. The body changes every second. Cells die and more are born. Likewise, there's continuous change in the mind and the intellect. Nothing in nature can bring the mind continuous, unchanging happiness. Nothing. Because the mind itself changes constantly. Although we have the same stomach, we don't want to eat the same food every day. Although we wear the same shape, we don't want to wear the same outfit every day. The secret of our wanting changes is that the mind changes. If we were always the same, why would it look for change? If we know that, we can just allow things to change without clinging onto them. If something changes, we should let it go. Something else will come. We should watch the changes like passing clouds, but normally we don't want to merely watch them. We want to hold them into a section without letting go. Then tension comes in. Changes are like flowing water. If you just allow the water to flow, it is very pleasant to sit and watch. But if you want to make it stop and keep the water for yourself, you will have to construct a dam. Then the water will resist the dam and try to escape. There will be a terrible struggle. Although you may want to stop some of the water, another portion will overflow. So you must allow for it to spill out, or the dam will certainly break. All life is a passing show. If we want to hold on to it, even for a minute, we feel tension. Nature will try to run away. We try to pull it back and keep it. We want to keep it. We put up barriers which ultimately cause us pain. Even our own bodies, if we don't want them to change, trouble will come. We buy all kinds of makeups and creams and wigs to retain our youth. I don't know. This is in the words of the yoga guru, so I guess that is something they're not immune to either. Anyway, I'll continue. If we only learn to enjoy such change, we can recognize the beauty even in aging. A ripe fruit has its own beautiful taste. When we just allow things to pass, we are free. Things will just come and go while we retain our peace. We learn a story from Hindu mythology. It's a story of pigs who live in the mud. A pig rolled around and eventually found a female pig with whom he mated. The outcome of their love was a number of young piglets. They were all very happy. But according to this mythological story, the gods in heaven, seeing the plight, were horrified. The gods could no longer have it. What are you doing here? You should be ashamed of your present habits. The god who had descended into the form of a pig body said, "Who says I'm unhappy like this? You live up there and say I don't have a happy life here? You are fools. You should become pigs. Then you'd appreciate the joy of it. Come on, don't waste another minute. Get into pig bodies, then you'll see how wonderful it is." Then one of the gods above said, "We can't let you go on like this. You must come on and come out of it." Then the god who was in the pig body says, "Don't disturb me. I have to take care of my young piglets. They're waiting for me. They want me to play with them." Then the god above went crazy. He said, "All right, so since you're so attached to your children, we'll have to take them away." One after another, he killed the piglets. And then the god who had become a pig began to cry. "What are you doing?" When he calmed down, he went to the she pig and clung to her, saying, "All right, I'll just have more babies." But the gods were adamant. They pulled the she pig from him and killed her. Then this god who had become a pig moaned and cried, and they decided to get rid of his body as well. Okay, this is super sad story. As soon as they pierced his body open, his pig body, his soul came out and looked in amazement at the dead body on the ground. "Not only were you in that body, sir, but you wanted to stay there." "I don't want any more of this," he said. "Come, let's go back." That is how nature works. As long as we're enjoying experiencing nature, no matter what those who understand the truth tell us, we will answer, "No, I just want to enjoy this world." You don't have enough education, enough money, enough power. We all just want to strive to get more and enjoy the luxuries that we've obtained. And it's only when we can truly gain perspective outside of ourselves that we can say, look, even the good things in life, they are not going to sustain pleasure. And to truly achieve happiness, we need to dig deeper and find stability within us. Namaste.